Good morning and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy and this is another edition of the Joyful Life vlog. All right, it is Thursday, February 6th. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted. I did go to bed early last night, about 8:30. I did 6 hours straight of homework and I'm still feeling it. So we're gonna make some tea and then I'm gonna go read my Bible and try to knock out my personal development before I go to work. And then I've gotta come home and I've probably got another 4 or 5 hours of schoolwork to attempt tonight as well. So let's get this day rolling because it's going to be a super busy one. For today's tea, we're gonna use my Royal Albert 1900s 100 Years Collection Regency Blue. This one is such a pretty cup. And then we're going to use my last 2 salted caramel green tea, and I'm going to put some keto brains in there. So let's get it started. I'd show you what I am having for lunch today, possibly dinner. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I have 2 of those buffalo pockets left, so I have those in the tin. And then Celsius came out with a new flavor and my husband was able to find it. So it's supposed to be sparkling sherbet slush and it's called Retro Vibe. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right. We're going to go read our Bible. All right, I just got done grocery shopping, so you'll have to go check out that grocery haul video. I'm supposed to do a ton of homework. I'm also supposed to edit a couple videos, but work was stressful is a good way to say it. And I'm tired and my head feels like it's going to explode. So I'm gonna make myself some dinner after I put my groceries away. I'll show you what that's gonna be. And then I think I'm just going to totally relax after I edit those videos, just because I need to de-stress for a little bit or I'm not gonna be able to continue. One thing about trying to get this program done, what most people do in 6 months in half the time, is it's a lot of pressure that I'm applying to myself. I could probably finish it. The one course has to be done on time because it's got the live component. The other stuff I can do on my own. But at the same time, the live component is the piece that really gets me closest to my goal. And in order to start the 50 coaching sessions, I kind of need to be at the point where I am 100% ready to do that. And I'm not sure I will be 100% ready after the advanced course, probably, but I still want to make sure that I've made it through the rest of the material, because I do want the title of a master health coach behind it, as well as being able to be ready to sit the boards, because I would like to try to sit the boards this summer. I know it's going to take me time to get through 50 coaching sessions. I found one person who's willing to help me so far. I have a couple other people in mind that I'm going to reach out to and see if they would be interested in helping me and getting some free coaching sessions as well. And I just knocked over a cup. So yeah, so I will get there. But I am going to take a break tonight, because if I don't, I will crash and burn. And that's the last thing that I really want to do. So hopefully on Sunday, I will be able to catch up when I'm off. But I need to honor the feeling of being very stressed and do my best to de-stress. All right, well, I'll show you dinner in just a moment. All right, well, there is my dinner: rotisserie chicken with pico de gallo and guacamole. Seriously, loving this one on repeat. It's so easy. Oh, there's cheese too, and extra salt because I've been dehydrated. So, yeah, yummy dinner. So, I'm busy editing. I'm just going through and doing my rewatch. This is for a Joyful Life vlog. That is 134 minutes that I've got to slog through. It's not really slogging through, but I do have to go through and I have to make all my cuts. I have to put all my music in, and then I've got to watch it to make sure that I didn't forget to cut something out that was supposed to be cut out, because oftentimes when I'm filming takes, I just will pause, be quiet, and continue going along and cut it out. Because it just makes it pretty easy for me. But I'm sitting here and going through it, and I'm talking about my goals and things like that. And one thing that's been coming up for me for the past couple days, since I found out that I got put in the advanced class in February and not the September one like I planned, is I'm feeling intense pressure to get things done, which is fine. That's not a bad thing at all. But one thing that I've just kind of sort of been reminded of is, and I have ink on my hand, is that you need to focus on small attainable goals. You can have multiple small attainable goals, and I've just bit off a very giant goal. Oh, look, my bed is, well, mostly made. I told you I do make it. It just doesn't stay that way. Anyway, sidetrack on that one. I realized, I think it was yesterday, and I forgot to talk about it because it was just a very busy day for me, and I ended up doing like 6 hours straight of homework, is that this is such a big task, and right now it is taking all my focus. And you know what? That's okay. The rest of my goals are like getting back to my healthy movement and stuff like that is still going to be there when I am done with this project. Would it be better if I was working on them now? Yes. Do I physically have the time to do it? Not right now. And you know what? That's okay. I have to pick what my priorities are and what is my biggest goal with my biggest outcome. And right now for me, that is doing this coaching program and working towards making sure that I can sit for my boards and get my board certification done as quickly as I can. So I am giving myself a pass and not stressing myself out about trying to add exercise and working on weight loss and working on mobility and strength training and everything that I want to do, and all these goals that I have, which are all fantastic. But I'm not Superwoman. So I'm picking one, and it's a very lofty one. And if I don't lose weight for the next 3 months, that's okay. I'll still have the weight to lose. I can still work on it when I'm done with this program. So yeah, I'm giving myself a pass. That does not mean that I'm just going to throw everything out the window with what I've been doing, because I'm not. But I'm just going to focus on one achievable goal. You really should be doing it in micro steps, and I'm kind of avoiding not really. Well, I am doing it in micro steps, but it's small steps every single day. And it's really the only thing I can focus on. So yeah, I'm going to keep marching on with that. And I just wanted to share that thought while I remember to share it this time around. All right, it's 8:30. I'm utterly exhausted, so I am going to make my nighttime cocoa and probably be in bed in the next 15 minutes or so. I'm going to use my Blossom series by Royal Albert. This is Wisteria. So let's get it made. Good morning. It is Friday, February 7th. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'm still tired. and I'm not ready for the day. My lunchbox didn't get emptied last night, which means I don't have frozen packs to bring stuff with me to work. I'm not currently hungry, but I don't want to not bring anything to work because that would be dumb. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just feeling very emotional, and I know it's because I'm super stressed. And yesterday was not a great day. And today has every potential to be the same. So at this point, I am feeling a little bit of dread. But let's go ahead and get our tea started, read our Bible, and then I can figure out what I want to do with the day. All right, for my teas today, I'm gonna try the honey and lemon. I'm gonna use my 100 Years Collection Royal Albert Poppy. I believe this is 1970s. Figured out what to do. I made my tea with my keto brains. I'm going to eat a little bit this morning, and then I am going to pack this for work so that if I need something in the middle of the day, I have it. If not, I should be good, and then I can eat dinner tonight. I'm going to go ahead and eat my ribeye tonight, and I think that will be fantastic. So let's go read our Bible. All right, I just got home and I need to deal with some of my plants, but this one was kind of looking sad. And part of it is because it's in a super moist soil, but I wanted to give it a couple weeks to acclimate, so I didn't do it. This one's looking really good, but I think it's very big. So we're gonna repot this one into this blue pot right here. And then I'm gonna take my Chinese elm and I'm gonna pot it into this white one. So let's repot some plants and then we'll make some dinner. All right, well, there are my 2 trees planted. Now I don't have to do that task for probably a couple years. This little one still needs a name. This is my Chinese elm. I kind of haven't named it yet because the first Chinese elm and the second Chinese elm I got and the third Chinese elm I got both died really quickly. This one has kind of sort of lived a little bit longer already. I've had it for several weeks now. It hasn't lost all its leaves, which is a good thing. It's stood up to the little bit of wiring that I have done. I'm just trying to further bend the wires. There's other wiring that I still want to do, but I'm going to wait until certain areas get a little bit more mature and I can bend them better the way that I want to. But yeah, I mean, it's progress. I'm happy with it. So yeah, there's that one. And this one I've had almost a year. It's been through 2 prunings already. It kind of needs another one, but I might wire it, so I'm just kind of leaving it for now to be a little bit bushy, but I'm sure it will be happy to be in a bigger pot, and hopefully this one will be happy to be in some bonsai. It was cool because it was buried in soil up to about this dark mark. So by removing it and setting it out of the soil and setting it in bonsai soil, I put the bonsai soil up a little bit more, and it's revealed this other really pretty curve down here that I really enjoy. So yeah, there's my 2 of my bonsai. I don't have as many as I used to, but the ones I do have are all doing really well. So before I stop at the bonsai, I figured I would show Benny. Benny is the one that came to me, and it was probably like yay tall and very gangly. It didn't look the way I wanted it to. So I did 2 really big chops. You can see one was there and the other was here, and it had like 0 branches on it. So this is after almost a year of growth, where I really haven't trimmed anything else. I think I did 1 cut here when that one was getting way taller than the others. So I trimmed it back to force the growth to strengthening up these secondary branches. I'm still hoping that something will sprout here, and maybe back over here. So we'll see, but it's looking better than it was, and I'm happy with it. It's looking more like a tree. It's a process, but yeah, I'm happy. All right, for dinner I made carne piccata. I had Matt grate some cheese. I was gonna put cheese and stuff on it, and then I just really don't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna have just a bowl of beef. All right, I'm gonna go do homework and I'll check in later. All right, I just got some homework done. It's like 9 o'clock. I didn't quite get as much done as I wanted to. I still have 2 sections and an exam. Part of me wants to like push through and power through and get it done, because I think I can get it done the next hour. But Matt does have to be up at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock because he has to be at work at like 5:30. So part of me is just thinking that it's 9 o'clock now. I should just call it a night and go to bed. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll have to catch up a little bit more tomorrow, and Sunday. But I've set myself a hugely lofty goal. I'll talk about it more tomorrow, and definitely into Sunday and Monday when I'm actually off work and have time to touch bases more. But I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It's Saturday, February 8th. It's 7:40. I was supposed to get up at 5, and then I set my alarm for 6:30 because I was so tired. Anyway, I was supposed to get up at 6:30 or at 5, and I slept till 6:30 because I was tired. And then I got showered, got dressed, took care of my plants, took the dogs out. I have made my lunch, I'll show you, but I've got to make my tea, and I have 20 minutes to get my tea made and my Bible read. So I'm feeling very rushed. My fault. I don't regret it because I needed the extra sleep and my plants needed to be taken care of because I haven't looked at them for 2 days. So let's go ahead and get our tea started, and then I'll show you what we're having for lunch, and then we'll go and get our Bible reading done for the day. So for my tea this morning, I'm going to do my Snow White Princess blend. It's a white apple flavored white tea. I'm going to use my 100 Years Royal Albert 1950s festival. So let's get that started. All right, here I got my lunch packed. I have some guacamole. I have rotisserie chicken, no cheese this time, and some pico de gallo. Then I do have this Retro Vibe Celsius. This one's actually pretty tasty. And that is going to be my lunch, plus I have my water ready to go back here as well. So it was a crazy day at work. Yeah, things weren't working. We're at like 97% capacity. Guests get mad when we're that big because we can't make room moves or anything like that. I got called a very nasty name today because I couldn't solve a lady's problem that wasn't even my problem. It was an issue with a third party, and I can't correct third parties. So she was very mad that I couldn't help her, and Expedia lied to her and said that I could. So I got the brunt of that today, which wasn't pleasant, but it is what it is. So I went and I got a new doormat. I'll walk over there and I'll show you in a little bit because it's super cute, because I was tired of tracking mud and dirt in the house. Yeah, and now my puppies are playing, and I went plant shopping, and I found one that's been on my bucket list for a while. I've wanted one like this. I've wanted this plant as long as I fell in love with this at the same time I fell in love with my pink princess philodendron. So I have a pink princess philodendron. I technically have a black cherry princess, but let's just face it, it looks exactly like my pink philodendron princess, my pink princess philodendron. So I got this one. This one I've heard called two different names, so I'm assuming it's the same plant. It was called a white knight philodendron. I've also heard it as a white princess. So either way, they're the same, and it's got the beautiful marbling on the leaves. And I'm excited that I found it at Lowe's. I went to a different Lowe's than I normally go. They also had a mini monstera, and I almost got that, and I went, but I really am running out of room. I didn't even know where I was gonna put this one, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, it is coming home with me no matter what. And I grabbed it, and I'm happy with it, and it's looking good. It's gonna get repotted probably in about 3 or 4 weeks. I used to repot my plants as soon as I got them, but now I let them get acclimated to the house for a few weeks, and then I take them out because it's in this, it's not even soil. It's in a greenhouse type thing. It keeps the plants super, super wet, and you can get root rot. So, but I do allow them time to adjust to the household. And I did get some watering on this because it needed just a little bit, but I didn't want to overwater it. All right. I'm supposed to do homework, but really I just kind of want to go read a book and then get up early and do it tomorrow, because today was rough and I really just want to escape the book. So I will probably do that. The only thing you didn't see me eat was I had a single serving package of almonds, and I had a single serving pack of macadamia nuts, and I'm hungry now, but it is like 7:30. So I think I'm just not going to eat. I'm going to make my magnesium cocoa here in a little bit and enjoy that, because I didn't get that last night. And boy, howdy, I noticed a difference. Not a huge, huge difference, but it was enough of a difference that I definitely want to keep that. Plus, it's nice. It's a nice treat. So I really, really enjoy that. All right, I'm going to go put my plant away, and I will probably just check in with you in the morning. I did put on my new dress from Svaha, and this is neurotransmitters, which are your brain chemicals. So I thought it was quite appropriate and fitting, and I absolutely love it. So, all right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday, February 9th. It's about 8 o'clock. I've been up for a little bit. It was so nice this morning just to sleep until I woke up naturally, which was just before 7 o'clock. And then I just took some relaxation time, and it was fabulous. Now I've got to get the dogs out the door. Piper's already technically been out. Ghost is still in his crate. And I'm hungry this morning. But I'm really, 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 really trying hard to not eat, because I'm going to lunch with my friend Nancy this morning, and I kind of want to save that for my big meal of the day. I am going to eat something tonight for sure. But yeah, I'm going to try to avoid breakfast. We'll see how that goes. Actually, I know exactly what I want for dinner. I want to try something. I'm going to make some keto chow sausage balls tonight. It was supposed to be a cooking video day, but I have to take my daughter to work this afternoon, and I have to do that right in the middle of when I was going to be filming that cooking video, which I wouldn't mind leaving, except that I'm cooking it on the stovetop and not in like the Instant Pot or a slow cooker. I would be more willing to let those be on when I was out of the house for an hour. I do not want to do that with the stove. So yeah, I'm going to do my fun cooking video tomorrow. So you will see that before this one on Tuesday. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's more of a cooking review of a product that I'm super, super excited to try. All right, well, I'm gonna get the dogs out, then we're gonna make our tea, do our Bible reading, and get homework done. My goal today is to accomplish at least 6, if not 8 hours of homework. Yeah, it's a lot, but it'll be worth it. I have a goal in mind, and now I just need to put all the effort in. I'll talk more about the goal process for me and what that's truly looking like once I get to my homework. But first, let's get the dogs out. Okay, since it's my day off, I am going to make a full pot of tea, and I'm being very, very brave. I'm very nervous. I've soaked it. I've done everything I can to ensure that this teapot will not crack. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try this one. I'm gonna use some Lady Grey, and I just got a new bag of keto brains in there, so let's make our tea. All right, Bible reading is done. I really need to work on the let them theory as well, but I'm giving myself a break just because where I'm sitting today, I have so much homework that I need to do, so that is taking the priority. I did take a couple evenings this week where I just relaxed. Last night was one of them. Let's see if I can get it. I didn't write it down, but I read a short novella last night. It was like 125 pages. I'll talk about it on the book video that we do for wrap up for February. It was nice. I felt like a huge sense of accomplishment, like, yes, I read a book, even though it wasn't technically a book. It was definitely a novella. Short, fast, spicy. It was good. Stop, big girl. She's been very cranky. Ghost is currently hiding out under my desk. And I don't know why she's so cranky, but she is definitely a cranky old girl today. I'm still working on my pot of tea. Knock it off, big girl. Thank you. No, you don't have to start. Okay, maybe they'll be quiet. I think I'm going to see about Matt taking them to the PARK this evening to let them run and get some energy. They are both driving me up a wall because they're just barking back and forth at each other, and I can't understand why. There's no one outside. I mean, I get when they bark like that, but hopefully I think she's just cranky and old, honestly. And she's on the bed and she doesn't want him up there. And he normally gets up there when I'm at my desk. So I think that could be why. She's like, this is my space right now. I am not sharing it with you, which is why he is under my desk at my feet, kind of acting like he's scared, although I really don't think he's scared. But Piper's getting up to move, so maybe he will, oh no, she's just gonna turn around and lay down. But my bed is technically made. She's going to attempt to unmake it here in a minute, but it is what it is. What I wanted to talk about when I sat down on this session or this section is just my goals for moving forward with my coaching certification for the national boards. I did a ton of research this week. I've done a bunch of homework as well, laid out a plan that I think is achievable, laid out plan B, which I would be okay with, and we're gonna just kind of go from there. So how the coaching program works, to be eligible to sit the boards, I have to have what Primal Health is calling a master coaching certificate. It's like 2 parts. You have their Primal Health Institute coaching certificate, and then you add on the advanced coaching education, which has the live component. That live component is what is required for me to be eligible to sit the boards. When you put those 2 together, that is when you can use the designation a Master Primal Health Coach, which is awesome. My goal is the national boards. And I picked this for a reason. I picked this because I want to own my own coaching business, but I don't necessarily want to do just that. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, I want to do the national board certification because I want to be able to be employed by someone other than myself, if I so choose. And in order to do that as a health coach, you have to have the national board certification. One thing that seems appealing to me is I would love to be able to go into organizations and help set up like health and wellness programs and health and wellness coaching within other organizations, which can evolve around like weight loss and nutrition and things like that. But the skills that I am learning apply to other things too. Like I will be able to take the basic principles and apply it if I were in an organization to someone who wants help quitting smoking, things like that. So I will have the skills to bring it more general, whereas when I am working for myself, I want to be more focused on a specific niche. And I already know that my niche is going to be women who are middle-aged, because that's where I am, who are struggling with weight loss, and I want to do some extra training once I get done with my program for menopause and perimenopause and things like that, because that's the stage of life I'm in and I want to be able to help others. So that's going to be like my focus. That does not mean that I won't help men, because I will. If someone truly needs some help and they want to reach out to me as a coach, I'm going to help them. They don't have to be my niche in order for me to help them. Will I be as highly skilled in that area? Possibly not, but I don't want that to come across as not skilled at all. My training is going to give me a ton of skills. Practice is going to give me a ton of skills as well. But you should have a niche, and I'm going to have that niche just because I'll have the best experience with that. So how does this Master Coach program look for me overall? It is 4 classes technically that I need to take. I'm taking 2 right now simultaneously. The one I started a couple weeks ago, I thought was the only class. So I'm like, oh, I can just take my time. So cannot take my time. So I set myself a specific goal, and it's going to be a very lofty goal, and that's okay. It's going to take priority and focus over a lot of things, because at the end of the day, it's a short-term goal. My goal is to have the Master Health Coach program completed by the end of May, which is when my live component ends. I can do it. It's a lot of work. and most of it is self-guided, which means I have to be on top of it. But I'm generally pretty good with time management and things like that. All right, sorry about that. I did figure out why the dogs are barking. There was a bunch of kids in the hallway outside my door talking. There's nothing I can do about it. You could probably hear the background music I put on for the dogs. Hopefully it's not picking up too loud on this video because I don't want it to get flagged for copyright. But I am really annoyed about living in an apartment right now. I've got to get through a year and a half. I think I can do it. I've been in this apartment almost 6 years. So it's to the point where we are so excited to move next summer, because this apartment complex is not what it was. The past 2.5 years have been not great. There's kids running everywhere, people aren't taking care of their animals, and the noise level has gotten so bad. It used to be mostly adults in here because it was a lot of Disney cast members. I think when we moved in, it was 80% Disney cast members. It is now 80% families, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just changes how the apartments feel. It just changes the noise level and things like that. And these were not designed specifically with families, because when you walk in through our buildings, it's like a big hallway, and that's where all the front doors are, and the sound goes from the bottom all the way to the top, or the top all the way down, sometimes too, depending on if they're too noisy upstairs. So in the hallways, you can hear everything, and a lot of times if they're knocking on the door across from us or talking out there, oftentimes I can hear it in my bedroom on the complete opposite side of the apartment. Not that the apartment's big, because it's really not. My daughter gets annoyed a lot because she gets her sleep disrupted a lot because people just walk up and down the halls all night long and make a bunch of noise. So it's an unpleasant place to be for the moment, but it's temporary. We'll get there. All right, back on to my goals for the Prime Coaching. I do want to finish the program by the end of May when I finish my live component. So I have, like I said, a total of 4 classes to do. Once I do that, I am certified and eligible to start coaching. For the distinction of working towards my board certification, I have to have 50 coaching sessions of at least 20 minutes. I cannot start that until I finish the live component. And I have to have it done before I register to sit for the boards. So the earliest I can actually register to sit the boards, they do the boards 3 times a year. The first one that I am eligible for that I could possibly do, well, the only one that I can do this year, based on when the deadline is to submit the application, and you have to have your 50 hours before that, is November, and I have to have my application in by the middle of August. It's technically the beginning of August to the beginning of September, but realistically, the goal is middle of August to have everything done so that I can sit the boards at the beginning of November, which I have to go to Jacksonville for. It's a 4.5-hour test. I am not allowed any food, water, no electron. I can't even bring my Aura ring in. If it's got Bluetooth capability, you can't have it. Which I understand, and I'm not getting it, not arguing it. I might potentially be able to get away with the Aura ring because it's not like I can tap into any of the data. It's not like I can pull anything up. There's no screen. So I could probably get away with it, but by reading the rules and things like that, I cannot. So I will most likely abide by that and not wear that to the test. But it's a lot. So plan A is to barrel through and be able to get my board certification, hopefully sit the exam in November. If not, if I can't get it done by the November timeframe, I have to wait until next spring. That's plan B. That's plan B. So I have a lot of studying to do, which is going to affect my reading time and my knitting time. The good thing is a lot of it is some video time. So if I'm watching a video and listening, I can also be knitting and getting some knitting time done. I'm starting to lose my voice. I apologize. It's allergy season. There is pollen out there. I am not sick. This is totally allergies. I can feel a little stuffy right here, and I feel it in my throat. Allergies haven't been super bad for me since I started keto. They were way worse before I started keto. But I am still affected by them. Most of the time I don't have to take medication. It's just slightly annoying. But anyway, I need to get on to my schoolwork. Yeah, so I have a lot to do. I do have 2 people who are interested in coaching sessions with me. If you are interested, definitely go ahead and send me an email to sarahsjoyfuljourney@gmail.com. I'll try to remember to link it right here. I think I missed it in the last video because my plate is full and I'm missing small details. I'm doing the best that I can with what is on my plate. A lot of you make comments that I'm busy, and that is so true. I'm probably busier than I should be. I'm way busier than I want to be, that is for sure. But I am working on a specific goal, and that goal is my focus. But if you are interested in having some free coaching sessions with me, I'm looking for 12 to 15 people. Like I said, I've got 2, so I have plenty of space. The plan is you guys are going to get 5 free coaching sessions. I cannot start until the end of May, so just keep that in mind. But if you're interested and you want to help me get to my 50 coaching sessions, it would be greatly appreciated, which is why I am sharing that with free coaching sessions for you. And I feel that 5 is a good number because it gives us time to actually work on a goal and build that relationship, and gives you time to realize if this is if a coaching relationship is something that is beneficial to you, and is something that you want to continue. If you don't want to continue beyond the 5 sessions, you don't have to. You don't have to. You technically don't even have to do the full 5 sessions. I'm not going to hold that to you. I would appreciate if you could at least commit to the 5 sessions to help me get there. But if you find out that it's just not what you anticipated or not what you wanted, which before we get to there, I will do like a video or something like that where I can talk about what coaching looks like, what you can expect with the program, things like that. It's most likely a video that I won't post publicly, but I will share a link to it to the people who are coaching. I may post it publicly, but I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, so if you're interested, definitely send me an email. Doesn't cost you anything, but it would be greatly appreciated just to help me on this journey. And like I said, I'm not holding you, I'm not putting you in a huge contract or something like that you are going to be obligated to. I just ask that if you please try to stay committed to at least the 5 sessions. And if you can't, like I said, I do understand, which is why I'm asking for 12 to 15 instead of just 10, because I realize that there is going to be things that come up and life happens to us all. All right, but it is now 9:30 and I have to leave in an hour, and I desperately need to get the rest of my tea done and get some homework done. So let's get it going. Well, I just got done with one section of homework, the section that is the prep into leading tomorrow's class. So that is good. Got that test done, got an 88%. Happy with it. I answered one question too fast, and I knew I got it wrong as soon as I hit submit. But that's okay. I'm happy. 88 is a good score. I hate tests and test taking for the record. It gives me huge anxiety, and it doesn't mean that I don't know the information. I just hate being put on the spot about it most of the time, but it is what it is. I had some good notes, so that was helpful. Mostly I didn't have to refer back to my notes, which is also very helpful. So now I'm going to go and get some water, and I have about 20 minutes before I have to, no, I have about 30 minutes before I have to go. So I'm going to try to knock out another little bit of homework. My plan today is to get 3 chapters done in the other class. Each chapter has a test. If I can get 2 done, fantastic. If I can get 3 done, even better. But yeah, at some point today too, I have to watch a video that's going to be like an hour and a half. There's 4 videos for our final project. So I think that I'm just gonna like pick one and then watch one a week. So that I'll be prepared when we have to do our group project, which ought to be interesting. All right, well, I will check in a little bit. All right, I just got home from lunch with my friend Nancy. I just enjoyed it because we haven't seen each other in a while, and I didn't film my food. I had what I always have, which is I get either 20 or 30 chicken wings. This time I got 20, and I ate all 20 of them, and I'm happily full. That might end up being my only meal of the day. Certainly like macros wise, as far as my protein allotment of what I like to stay within, I am in that range for those 20 wings. I'm in my fat range for those 20 wings. I'm in the calorie range where I want to be. And I don't track those specifically. But I know what I can eat that is going to keep me feeling full. I just need to get some water done and some electrolytes. So we'll see. I may eat dinner tonight. I may not. This may end up being a day where I just eat once and I have a nice big meal, and that's fine. And if I eat dinner, it might be smaller, and that's also fine. Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to attempt to get I am getting another test done. And then I was going to have, my plan was to do 2 more sections tonight. Honestly, it's 1:30. If I can get my test done and 1 more section and 1 more test done, I'm going to call it good. I might spend an hour trying to watch a video to see if I can get some editing done. I will see. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible with these goals, but I have got a lot on my plate, and that's okay because it's so short term. Yeah, so food wise, my goal is status quo, making sure I eat enough, but also no more than 2 times a day is my plan. Get movement when I can, which is going to be very difficult for the next 3 months. But again, short period, I'll be able to attack those goals. And I'm just slowly chipping away on my goal of losing 40 pounds this year, which is less than a pound a week. And so far this year, I'm down 4. So I'm thrilled about that because I've worked hard, but I haven't worked super hard, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't been super dedicated to just losing weight. It's just been tweaking a little here, a little there, and finding where my comfort levels is and trying to reduce a little bit, but still stay full. And intermittent fasting is going well. I would love to get some longer term fasting in. I think that's harder with the amount of stress and pressure I'm under. So you may see more of that later in the year. And then right now I have one major goal, which is get my school done. And that's taking all my priorities. So I'm going to get back at it. I will chat again later. We got a new desk chair. I kind of needed it because my other one was not good, and it was really starting to hurt my tailbone and things because I do a lot of work at my desk. So now I have a nice, beautiful new chair that Matt's going to put together for me here in just a little bit.
Ghost?
All right. I'm in my new office chair, and it's very comfortable, but it's too big for my space. You win some, you lose some. I'll get out and I'll show you in a second. I have like no room. The other size was perfect, but it was not comfortable. So I could have small and uncomfortable, and Matt's already got rid of the chair, which is fine. Because I just spent a bunch of money on this one, so it's staying anyway. Or I could have comfortable and too big. I have comfortable and too big. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Well, we spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out if there was a way to move furniture around to get the desk or the chair not to pin me in. Unfortunately, there's not. But I did move a couple things. I was storing my little pad under my desk. We moved that. And then if I lower the chair at night and I can push it under the desk, it's not awful. I just kind of have to live with it at this point. And I had forgotten that that's why I bought the small desk chair. And I probably should have bought a small desk chair instead of this one. But this one was one of the most comfortable ones that I sat in. And I didn't even think about size. But it is what it is. It's here now. It's not going anywhere. But I definitely want to move. And I got a year and a half to go because we are busting at the seams. I need to start purging some things. I'm just not ready to. That's going to take time. That'll be like my second half of the year. I'll work on that. But I gotta get my coaching done. So now that it's like 8 o'clock and I have to leave an hour to go get my kid from work, I don't know how much homework I'm gonna get done, but I am gonna sign off for the night and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock on Monday, February 10th. I have an extremely busy day today. So we're gonna get our tea and we're gonna get started. I have 2 videos to record. I have homework to do, a live session to attend, and I would really like to pop into Keto on the couch. That's a variable that can go if need be. I don't want it to, but it could be. So let's go ahead and get our tea made so we can go read our Bible, and then I can start prepping for my video that I need to record. All right, for today's tea, we're going to use this little cup that I got at Epcot. This is, I think, Dunnan, and it's called Sheepies, which I really enjoy this one too. It is still fine bone china, and we're gonna have Provence. So let's get our tea started. So Bible reading is done, the Let Them theory is done, and I'm still absolutely loving this book. I am loving this mental journey that I am because I love to learn, and I am learning so much, and it's inspiring me with my passion and my why, and to put things into action. So I have lots of things that I'm working on behind the scenes to help inspire you and help you guys, and just share my journey and my passion for health and for mental health and changing behaviors and things like that, since that is my background. My background is psychology, and I want to use it, not just on myself mostly is why I am involved in it. It's about learning about myself ultimately, but also sharing what I'm learning, so that if it's something that you can connect with, you can go through the processes and the steps, and you can be the best version of yourself that you can be as well. So yeah, now I have to go and give this dude some attention, apparently, because he's feeling neglected. we ran a lot of errands yesterday. So he was out, but we were in and out all day. So yes, I love you too, buddy. Yep. Can you go lay down? Go lay down? No? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go prep for a video, and then we're going to get something to eat here probably in a little bit. Yesterday, I only ate those chicken wings, so it was a good day. It was just a one meal day, and I'm still not really feeling all that hungry right now. So that's a good thing, because I'm going to try to make it a 24-hour fast. And I'll probably have something small this morning. Maybe if I end up not being hungry, I might push through till dinner, but we'll see. We'll just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. This dog is cracking me up. Is he cracking you up too? Because he cracks me up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to continue on with what I need to do. And apparently that is loving this boy. Look at that side eye. He loves the camera, I think, is what it really boils down to. So yeah. All right. I will continue on. All right. It's about 10 o'clock and I have done so much thinking today also, but for the past several weeks, so much thinking about just about how I want to shape myself, how I want to grow. Hopefully now Ghost will be quiet. But just how I want to grow as a person, how I want to evolve as a person, how I want this channel to reflect that. And I've had to ask myself some pretty hard questions. Like, what is my purpose? What is my goal? Still working on this process. It is a longer process. But one thing that keeps coming back up is my mission statement. And my mission statement is very important to me. And it is my guiding purpose, I guess is a great way to say it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share that mission statement here again. It's to inspire others to improve their health and empower them to live full and active lives while creating a community of support and kindness. Well, now I've had to think, how do I do that? And when I add the coaching piece onto that and learning to be a coach and using my psychology background, it starts putting things down into better perspective. So how I do that is by targeting my specific audience. Who do I want to inspire? Yes, I want to inspire others, but I want to inspire those who are just starting out in their journeys. Yes, people who are continuing in their journeys and are in the middle of their journeys can also, I still want to inspire them. I'm still only halfway through my journey. I'm not there. I don't think we're ever considered complete. I still have half my weight to lose, or half of the weight I wanted to lose still. So I am still very much in the journey, but I do want to focus on those who are starting out. I want to focus on things that I wish I had. I want to focus on skills that I know I'm learning and are helping me and sharing those. So that does put things into perspective for me on how I need to do yet another shift or alignment. You can call it, and in our lives are a process and a journey. And that is always going to remain the focus in this channel. It is our journey through life. It's going to be focused with my coaching once I get that launched. I have picked a name for my coaching business. I am not sharing it yet, but I have picked it. I've got other pieces that I've got to put in place before I announce that, but I have picked it. I am working actively on this. So the shift in this channel is, this is going to be our last Joyful Life vlog. While I enjoy doing them and sharing about my journey and sharing about things in life, I've realized this isn't targeting new people who are new to keto, the proper human diet, things like that. So I need to shift. And I put myself in the newbie position. What was I watching when I was brand new? I was watching how do you do this? How do you move forward? How do you implement this? How do you implement that? What are some easy recipes? What do people eat in a day? So I have to go back to that. I've made part of that shift. As much as I enjoy this series, and I do absolutely love doing this series, I love sitting down and sharing my life, and I'm going to get that component back in at some point, whether that be by bringing back Tea Tuesday. I don't know at this point. But I know I need to do what I'm eating in a day videos, and while that is shared in here, this format is too long for beginners. They're going to lose interest. They're not going to want to sit here and watch all about my journey through my week. And I need to be targeting those who I really want to help. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough because I still want to make the content that I want to make. And I do want to make the other stuff. It's not that I don't. But like I said, I really do enjoy this series and sharing my thoughts and things. But I need to figure out how to do that in a more manageable way that is going to appeal to new people. So yeah, lots of things are developing, things like that. So there are going to be more recipes and cooking on this channel with the focus of keeping it simple and straightforward. That is my mantra, and I need to share that. I need to share how I keep it simple, how I keep this sustainable, how I keep this enjoyable, all that kind of things. So yeah, gonna put that back into focus. So really working on my mission and really working on developing myself and quote unquote my brand. And I think I've been flailing a little bit with that and trying to figure things out. I definitely had to figure out more of what I wanted, and that's been a process. So all is well. All right, well, I still have not eaten anything, and it's about 10 o'clock. I've made it almost 24 hours at this point, but I still got a lot to do, so I'm going to continue on with my day. All right, it's 10:40 and I'm hungry, so I'm having rotisserie chicken that's shredded, cheese. There's more cheese on there than I wanted, but it is what it is. Pico and guacamole. I was trying to keep this a smaller meal because I am doing a cooking video tonight, and I know I'm going to want to eat lots of that recipe. Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 11th. It's 7:10 in the morning. I do have to work. Puppies are being the puppies this morning, so you're going to hear them. It is what it is. Today is the last day of the Joyful Life vlog series. I'm a little sad about it, but I am excited about the future. And I wish I was Superwoman, could do it all, because I would, but I'm not. So I have a feeling Tea Tuesday may come back. It's in the plan to reassess, and see if that's something that I would like to do in March. First, I want to do a solo crafting video and see how it does and see how it stacks up. But I'm pretty sure in March we'll be seeing Tea Tuesday come back, just because I enjoy sharing about my daily life. And if I don't have this vlog to do that in, I want the outlet. So it'll be there. But moving forward, we're going to do cooking videos. We're going to do grocery hauls. We're going to do what I'm eating in a day videos. We're going to do an education type video a week. And there will be occasional vlogs if I'm doing a challenge or something like that, or I just feel like doing a vlog for a couple of days or a few days or something like that, so that you can see that little snippet. And then hopefully Tea Tuesday will come back as well, but we'll see. I'm waiting on that. I do want to show you my earrings. I don't know how well you can see them. They are Highland cows. Yeah, so I found the little charms at Hobby Lobby, and then we turned them into earrings. So I'm super excited about those. All right, let's go ahead. The first thing we're actually gonna do is make our lunch for work. Might be our meal today, probably not, but I'm not feeling super hungry right now at this point, but I know I need to be prepared at work to be hungry. So I'm gonna make something. We'll see. And let's get it made. For lunch today, I have some Greek yogurt left in the refrigerator that I don't want to go bad. Hopefully it's still good. It should be still good. It's been open for about a week or so. And I'm going to combine it with some apple pie keto chow. All right, we're going to make our tea for this morning before we go to do our Bible reading. We are going to use my Royal Albert Miranda Kerr Friendship Series. This is Hope. We're going to use the chocolate or nutty chocolate flavor Assam tea. So I'm excited. So let's get this started. It's almost 7 o'clock, but I did get some plant chores done this evening because I had the energy to do it. So I just did it. It needed to be done. This is not everything I did, but I replanted my white knight and it went down in pot size because it had hardly any roots. So This was a better pot size for it, so that got done. Then I took a bunch of like my little sprouts that had their roots going really well and planted them in soil. I finally am going to try to bonsai this chaparella into the pot that I absolutely love. So we'll see. It had secondary and tertiary roots growing on it in the water, so it was definitely time to plant. I gave it the best shot of success. And then I got this one, and this is my Monstera Galaxy, which I was actually supposed to replant today too, and totally forgot, but I put the soil away, so it's just gonna have to wait. But now this came off of that plant. Now I've got a second plant. This one is the one that I got from my friend Rachel, so yay, it's in soil. And then I planted those 2 Sigonium types that I had. I was gonna put the third one in there, but it just seemed like it would be too crowded and not everybody would get enough light. So I did leave it. In probably another week or so, I'm gonna give this bigger one a trim so that it can just like be a little bit more in line with it. But I want it to get over the shock of being repotted first, but it's doing pretty good. So yay for plant chores. All right, it's time. It's like 8 o'clock. It's time to go ahead and make my moon brew. I am still loving this. I've only missed 2 days so far, but I'm still working on this bag. I will be getting a second bag, and I'll keep you updated on my thoughts on that. Today, I'm going to use my Apple Blossom mug by Royal Albert, and this is in the Blossom Time series. This is one of my absolute favorite cups because I adore apple blossoms. I think they are just like some of the most beautiful flowers. So let's make our moon brew. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of a Joyful Life vlog, or technically wrapping up the series. I know today you didn't get to see a whole lot. It's been kind of a busy day. I did have a major headache and a slightly upset stomach all day from the birria that I ate last night. And I figured it's the MSG. It was not pleasant. So definitely do not recommend that unless you're a person who's not sensitive to those things and you just want to try something, then do so at your discretion. But for me, it's a hard no, 2 different ways now. Hopefully in a few weeks, maybe in a couple months, I will make birria again, but I will make it from scratch. We'll see, it depends on time. And I know it's not going to happen until after I finish my coaching course. But all is well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Lots and lots of fun content is going to be coming your way. I've been brainstorming things, working on things, getting things focused and down. And I can't wait to share that enthusiasm with you. If my dogs will stop barking, maybe I can get this in. But I am so excited about the direction that I am continuing to refine and take with this channel. I think I've finally figured out my focus and how I want to move forward. Especially in light of what I'm learning with coaching and everything like that. So lots and lots of great things will be coming this way soon. So I hope that you continue to join me for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that every time I upload something new, you will be alerted to it. Have a wonderful and joyful day. Have a great night.